The President instructed us to ensure that there would be no Kenyan child who would be left behind in the enrollment to school, retention, transition and progression until completion of the basic education level in line with our Constitution. Additionally, the President gave us firm instructions to particularly ensure that runners from all sets of households, especially those whose families are at the bottom of the economic pyramid, are financially supported to access all levels of running in tandem with the government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. The release of 31.34 billion to primary, junior, and secondary schools. To buttress the President's commitment, the provision of the free running program in the primary school level and the free tuition learning program at the junior and the secondary school levels, the National Treasury released Kenya shillings that 1.34 billion to support runners enrolled in the subsector. These funds have effectively cleared the way for a smooth opening of schools for the first term of the 2024 calendar year countrywide as effective from today. This disbursement was distributed as follows. Free primary education, 4.74 billion. Capitation for junior schools, 7.60 billion. And I'm also happy that His Excellency and the government gave out examination and invigilation fees, 2.80 billion, unlike before, where those who worked in invigilators and the rest used to wait for almost a year. Today, we're actually completing each and every payment. There will be nothing pending. Secondary schools, government has given out 16.20 billion, making the total 31.34 billion. I did have an engagement that was last week on a Tuesday between my peers, the CS National Treasury and the PS National Treasury, and the money was released to us on Wednesday. We have disbursed this money to all the schools, and I'm sure that the money must by now be in the respective accounts of the schools, may it be primary, junior school, or secondary schools. This year, our first cohort of the CPC will be transitioning to grade 8 and the junior school. Although we are also excited at this milestone, we are also aware that the cohort will be transitioning to grade 9 in 2025 and will be expected to pose a massive strain on our existing infrastructure. To preempt this crisis, the government is set to spend 12.8 billion to facilitate the construction of classrooms in the junior schools in conjunction with members of parliament. Through these funds, we expect to have 15,015 classrooms ready for use in junior schools for grade 9 next year. In line with the Presidential Working Party on Education Reform report, the Ministry of Education has rationalized the number of learning areas and the curriculum designs in terms of scope and integration of subjects within learning areas as a way of eliminating content overload and overlaps in the basic education. The Ministry has already issued instructions to schools to ensure that the implementation of these changes starts with effect from today in all schools hosting CPC runners. I wish to assure the country that the Ministry, working with the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, has started a process of reviewing textbooks aligned with the rationalized designs. In the meantime, I urge teachers to continue using the existing already approved textbooks since they have relevant content, tasks, and assessments for runners as guided by the curriculum designs. I have directed the KICD to ensure that the curriculum designs are updated in the KICD website by the end of this week. We did reduced the number of comparison subjects, as you are aware, from 5 to 2. In a departure from tradition, this is the first Kcse examination research to be released under the new grading structure that was implemented in the year 2023 Kcse examination. This was approved and as authorized by the NEC Act, and we have been able to implement this. Under this system, the overall grade at Kcse examination has considered mathematics the best performed language subject, among them English language, Kiswahili, Kenya Sign Language, and the best performed 5 subjects. As you find out when I release the research, the new reform measure will allow a larger number of students to pursue courses of their choice at their universities, diploma and achievement training at certificate and adjunct levels. That was previously not the case, as the system was more restrictive. It is clear from the new grading system that the ministry is now focusing on ensuring that our candidates are mandatory literacy, English or Kiswahili, and the numerous degrees in mathematics to enable them pursue their careers in TVET institutions, universities, and colleges. Arising from the changes in the new grading system, therefore, I am directing the Kenya Universities and the College Central Placement Service, KUPS, and the universities to align their cluster points and the entry requirements with the new reforms to avoid disadvantaging the candidates. I ask the NEC to complete their process and hand over the final research to KUPS to pave the way for the start of the placement process. Additionally, I direct the KUPS to mount a robust career awareness campaign among the 2023 Kcse candidates to ensure all students understand the new TVET and the university entry requirements under the higher education funding model that was launched last year. More importantly, I direct the KUPS to immediately put in place measures to allow the 2023 Kcse candidates wishing to join TVET institutions to apply for their courses ahead of the March 2024 admissions. For the first time, the ministry introduced a new system of correcting examination materials from the 576 distribution centers countrywide twice each day. This meant that in the morning, usually at 7 a.m. daily, center managers could only pick up the first paper of the day. If the candidates had the first paper of the day, the center managers were then required to return to the distribution centers to pick up the second paper that the candidates could sit in the afternoon. I'm happy to report that this change in examination distribution, coupled with the efficient work of examination professionals, was able to substantially reduce the cases of early exposure of examination papers. I wish to thank all the center managers who took their time to effect the double correction policy and uphold the integrity of our examination. The release of the Kcse examination will be followed by the release of the Kcse reports for candidates who sat the grade 6 assessment in 2023 in the next few days. I urge your parents, guardians, and teachers to scrutinize the Kcse reports to ensure they use the research to monitor learner progress as they transition to grade 7. Allow me to register my appreciation to His Excellency the President, Dr. William Ruto, and his government for the support they offered us during the administration of the 2023 Kcse. I also wish to recognize with appreciation the support accorded to the Ministry of Education by my counterparts in other government ministries, departments, and agencies during the 2023 Kcse examination. The multi-agency collaboration spearheaded by my colleagues Professor Kindiki and Waro of the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government, and IT and Digital Economy, respectively, was impressive. Administering the 2023 Kcse examinations came in the face of adverse weather conditions occasioned by the El Nino phenomenon. This caused massive challenges in the delivery of material to some examination centers that were cut off by floods and flooding rivers. Delivery of examination materials from NEC headquarters to the 576 distribution centers countrywide was also not spared by the effects of the heavy rains. We had to resort to air transportation in some areas to surmount the challenges in a bid to ensure that all candidates received their question papers. The examination administration was also threatened by insecurity in some parts of the country, such as banditry-related instances, as well as acts of thuggery. I wish to thank all the teachers, field officers, security officers, NEC officers, and other stakeholders who braved the odds to make the conduct of the examination possible. I also wish to thank members of the public who came in to support the process in various ways. Allow me to also commend the 2023 Kcse examiners who reported the 40 marking centers immediately they were called upon after the conclusion of the administration of the examination. As I promised during the release of the 2023 KCPE examination results, all the examiners have now received their payments, and immediately after this, through M-Pesa, we are making sure that by the end of the day, this must be done. Overall, I wish to thank the Almighty God for the successful completion of the 2023 Kcse examination administration cycle. I also thank you for assembling here this morning for this exercise of releasing the 2023 Kcse results for the 899,453 candidates who concluded the examination on November 24th, 2023, and are now eager to join various higher learning institutions to pursue careers of their choice. When I released the 2023 KCPE examination in November 23rd, 2023, November, I promised that the Kenya National Examination Council would administer a supplementary examination for 9,000 candidates who failed to sit the examination. Upon further audit and scrutiny of the number of candidates who actually failed to sit the examinations, the Council has only been able to trace 2,000 eligible runners. Since the number so far located is small to warrant a national examination, it has been decided that the 2,000 candidates join Form 1 starting January 8th, January 15th, that is next week, and be allowed to sit qualifying examination later. They will, however, be advised to ensure they sit the individual qualifying examinations by the time they join Form 3 to enable them be registered to sit the Kcse examination at Form 4. I direct the Council to release further guidelines regarding the entry examination. During the 2023 Kcse examination, a total of 899,453 candidates sat the examination compared to 881,416 candidates in 2022. This represents an increase of 18,037 candidates, which is 2.05%. However, I should note that the number of candidates that sat the Kcse examination last year, was raised by 3,685 compared with the number that actually registered to sit the examination. I am concerned with the number that failed to sit the examination, as it could point to a situation where some schools could be inflating the figures of registered candidates to meet the minimum threshold of 30 candidates required to be enlisted at an examination center. Although there could be more reasons for the missing candidates, any misrepresentation of figures could imply a wastage of public funds since the government pays examination fees for candidates based on the data submitted by schools. I therefore direct the relevant Directorate of Quality Assurance to work with the Kenya National Examination Council to investigate the 3,685 candidates who failed to seat the 2023 Kcse examination with a view to unearthing the true identity and whereabouts of the 899,453 candidates who sat the 2023 Kcse examination. 450,554 were male, while 448,899 were female, representing 50.09% and 49.91% of the total candidature, respectively. This indicates that the country has achieved gender parity at the secondary education level. During the year 2023 Kcse examination, 11 counties had a significant entry of more merit and female candidates. These were Garissa, 66.39% compared to 33.61%, Mandera, Wajir, Turkana, Samburu, Narok, Mabei, West Pokot, Mombasa, Migori, and Ramu, while 9 other counties had a significant entry of more female than male candidates. These being Vihiga, Elgeyo Marakwet, Kirinyaga, Meru, Kiambu, Nairobi, Kisumu, and Kitui. The number of candidates who were aged 16 years and below increased from 12,710 in the year 2023 to 16,040, which was 1.776% in the year 2023. The highest percentage of candidates registered for the 2023 Kcse examination were within the appropriate age bracket of between 17 to 19 years, constituting 632,288, which was 70.01% of the total candidature. The percentage of candidates who were 20 years and above constituted 254,810, which was 28.214%. Out of the 30 subjects offered in 2023, 12 subjects recorded a significant improvement in performance. These subjects were mathematics, and we thank the teachers for this effort and the students, because for the first time we are actually confirming an improvement in mathematics. The other one was Kiswahili, biology, CRE, business studies, Germany, music, chemistry, building construction, French, and electricity. 14 subjects also recorded a drop in performance. These were English language, Kenya Sign Language, physics, computer studies, history and government. And for the first time, we are seeing a decline in performance in history and government. It is normally done in the afternoon. You can see now that area exposure, was missing. Equally, geography used to be done in the afternoon. You can also see there was a decline. Equal agriculture, and some of the subjects here which used to be done in the afternoon, we are seeing a decline in performance. Power mechanics, metalwork, woodwork, drawing and design, and art and design, home science, there was a decline in performance, including Islamic religion. Female candidates recorded better mean score performance than male candidates in 5 subjects, that being English language, Kiswahili, CRE, home science, and art and design. Male candidates recorded better mean score performance than female candidates in 10 subjects, these being mathematics, biology, chemistry, general science, history and government, geography, agriculture, computer studies, and business studies. There were 1,216 candidates, which is 0.14%, who obtained an overall grade A in the year 2023, compared to 1,146,000, which was 0.13%, of the candidates in the previous year, that is 2022. The number of candidates who attained the minimum university